So I am leaving to New York right now. This is my house. We didn't film as much as we wanted to here, which is kind of a bummer, and now I'm probably moving back to New York or LA. So I'm going to New York right now. Gonna try and find some work, figure out if I'm gonna live there or live somewhere else. I don't know, it's gonna be New York or LA, but for the time being, New York will be where we're hanging out for at least a little while. We are just leaving my house in Miami and I'm currently going to New York. I am officially a free agent, so I'm going to take some time to relax, work on some personal projects, make some vlogs for you guys. But gonna be fun in New York. We got a bunch of plans for the weekend. Gonna be shooting some movies, making some documentaries, and going on some adventures. So let's go. Okay, so here's the cool thing, right? So I fly a lot with American Airlines, and I have a bajillion miles. I'm just about to hit Executive Platinum, which, yeah, basically means I get like free upgrades, and they treat me like a king. But here's the funny thing, right? So first of all, I'm kind of bummed. This is my upgrade list, and I'm number 2. But the funny thing is, it uses the first 3 letters of my last name and my first initial, so it always says Poot. Yeah, it says Poot. Every time I fly, up on the board, Poot. Thank you, yeah. Let me know,
there
dude.
it is.
Safe travels, man. Do I have everything? Yeah, American Airline. I used to work for them, so they're the only airline that I actually fly. One thing I sincerely recommend to anybody who travels a lot is to get TSA pre, because then you can go quickly. Security time. Another thing that I really recommend if you travel a lot, whatever airline you're using, the lounge. Because holy, I don't know how I'd be able to fly as much as I do. Almost 100,000 miles this year so far without having lounge access. These places have showers. I've showered at a couple of these lounges when I've been traveling. It's amazing. These showers are awesome, but I don't have any more time for this, so I've got like an hour. I'm gonna go eat, so let's head back down and see what's up. And this is my breakfast. Turkey and pesto sliders.
Executive Platinum, one word, Emerald, Sapphire, and
What's wrong with their teeth? Is my screen broken?
Card payment method selected. Please enter the tip.
No, chip cards?
Oh, yeah. The future, I forgot. Introduce yourself.
I am Nell.
So this is one of my favorite restaurants in New York. It's called Urban Rustic. Vice used to be like a couple blocks away from here. They're still not too far, but everybody from Vice used to eat here. And so basically every day we'd all be hanging out. And they have really good food. They got a ton of awesome food. They make like juices and sandwiches, and it's all like pretty good. And I can get grape soda. So, in the theme of talking about travel stuff, I saw this story. A hacker built a code generator that lets him into the lounges by tricking them. That's awesome. So basically, when you go to these lounges, you have to show them your ticket, and if you're first class, you get in, or if you're a member. So for me, I'm a member, so I can just go there and show my ticket, and it scans it and will show them me in their database. But this guy actually made a fake code generator that tricks their machine into thinking they're reading a first class ticket and let them walk right in. That's cool. But I got another secret. Here's my travel tip for you if you want to get into a lounge. Walk in. That's it. Yeah, you walk right in. Depending on how busy the lounge is, like an international lounge, all the first class fancy food and all that stuff, just walk in. That's it. Okay, so I have to figure out if I'm going to live in New York or LA, and Nell definitely wants to go to Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. I bought a car, and you want to drive to LA, right?
Yep.
Why don't you just fly there?
Because I like to road trip.
Oh yeah, me too. I like road tripping too. So we were just talking about buying cars, and I'm going to give you guys some buying car advice because the car I have is worth twice what I paid for it. Because here's the secret. I went to like 8 dealerships over 6 months, and I took my sweet ass time. And if you're not in a hurry, you have all the leverage. Walk into a car dealership, find a car you like, and if they're like, this car costs, $10,000, be like, I'll give you 6.
So how long would you say it takes on average to buy a car that you can feel good about?
I don't know.
Investing in.
You can only make yourself feel good about something, right? I don't know.
Right, but you said it takes a while to find.
I mean,
you shouldn't rush buying a car.
Definitely not.
So, like, how long would you recommend people give themselves?
Oh God, I don't know.
A month?
Depends on how good you are at business, I guess. I mean, look, you need as much time as possible until you get the deal. It could take a year, it could take a month.
Right, but a lot of times when you need a car, you need a car.
If you're in a hurry, then you're gonna get a worse deal. But it's really just about, like, does the deal work for you? So if the guy tells you the car is $7,000 and you're like, well, I need the car now and I have $7,000 and the car is worth $7,000, that's not a bad deal. But if you're early, you take your time and you say, look, I know it's worth $7,000, but I'll give you $4,000. They might say no. And if they do, be like, whatever, I got all the time in the world. I'll go to a different dealership. And eventually someone's going to be like, yeah, sure, whatever, I'll take the sale, So that's what I did. They were like, this brand new car costs $20,000, you have to finance it. And I'm like, there's no way I'm spending $20,000 on a car. And they're like, well, that's how much it costs. And I'm like, I'll tell you what, I'll give you 15. And they're like, absolutely not. And I'm like, have a nice day. And I walk out. I go to the next dealership, do the same thing. Eventually, there's a car and I get it for half price.
Pretty good. Enough to take you car shopping.
Business. Yeah. Yep. It's the same thing with work. Like, I'm going to give you guys some work advice. This is what I always tell people. If McDonald's called you, no disrespect, all right? I don't eat there, but no disrespect. If McDonald's called you and said, we want you to be a cashier tomorrow for minimum wage, what would you say? Whatever it was probably the wrong answer. Most people say, oh, I would never do it. I don't want to work at McDonald's. I'd go work somewhere else. And I know a lot of people out there might be like, McDonald's, hey, sure, I'll take a job. The correct answer, if anyone offers you a job or asks for work, is how much? So let's say you get offered a job you really, really don't want. Don't say no. Just think about what amount of money would make you happy to do it. So, let's say they're like, we want you to clean the toilets at, McDonald's and we're going to pay you minimum wage. And you're like, I really would never do that. Would you do it for $50 an hour? Is that your minimum? Maybe 100. So, okay, you tell them, you know what? I will never do that. I'd only do it for $100 an hour. And your worst case scenario is that they don't give you a job you didn't want in the first place. And eventually, on the off chance, they'd be like, sure, okay, $100 an hour. And then you're like, shit, all right, I guess I'll clean toilets for $100 an hour. Right?
Yes. Sorry.
The last time I came over to Nell's place, which was how long ago? Like 4 months ago.
Yeah, probably.
We bought ice cream and whipped cream and had a few spoonfuls, and she told me she still has it in her freezer.
I saved it for you.
Oh yeah, because you know it's coming back in 4 months. The ice cream. It's still there. It doesn't look so bad. I wouldn't eat it, but...
The ice cream's fine. I don't know about the whipped cream, but the ice cream.
Wait, the whipped cream's in there too?
Yeah.
Wow, this one was never even opened.
I know.
When does it even expire? July 13th, 2016. Yeah, this is expired. As most of my day was consumed on being on a plane, we're just gonna chill out, watch some movies, and that's about it. So, thanks for tuning in. You should like, share, and subscribe. Comment below, chit chat, let me know what you think. Give me some pointers, you know, whatever, all that stuff. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Timcast, and stay tuned. More videos like this to come, and you know, in between all the news stuff, when news happens, you can still count on me to be there. But I'll start producing these, you know, more frequently. Adios.